The alarm buzzes at 6:30 a.m. and Riley groans. A typical high school junior in many ways, Riley's life is anything but ordinary. As a transgender teenager living in Florida, each day feels like navigating a labyrinth, equal parts hope, fear, and resilience. Riley pulls on a favorite hoodie, the fabric soft and comforting. It's not just a hoodie, it's armor against the world's stares and whispers. Today, Riley has gym class. The thought churns in their stomach like a hurricane brewing off the coast. Gym is the worst. The state's recent policies have made things even harder for kids like Riley. Locker rooms are a battleground, not because of fights, but because of fear of judgment, of exclusion, of being misunderstood. At school, Riley sits with friends during lunch. They've found their tribe: Alex, who sketches dreamy landscapes, Sam, who's obsessed with coding, and Layla, who's an unapologetic feminist. Together, they make the harsh school environment bearable. By evening, Riley is home, practicing guitar. Music is a refuge, a way to drown out the noise of the day. Riley's parents knock gently on the door, checking in. They're supportive, an anchor in a storm, but even they sometimes struggle to understand what it means to be transgender in today's world. Tuesday mornings are for debate class, Riley's favorite. Today's topic is about free speech and the internet. Riley raises their hand, heart pounding, and argues passionately for the importance of online spaces for marginalized voices. The teacher nods approvingly, but Riley catches a classmate rolling their eyes. The subtle dismissals sting more than outright insults. The day takes a turn when a group of kids blocks Riley's path in the hallway. "Hey, aren't you in the wrong bathroom?" one sneers. Riley freezes. The words echo, slicing through the thin veil of confidence built up over months. Ignoring them, Riley walks away, holding back tears. By the time they're home, Riley's exhausted. They retreat to their room, scrolling through supportive posts from online friends in LGBTQ+ groups. Those friendships are lifelines, reminders that the world is bigger than high school hallways. Midweek brings a welcome distraction: art class. Riley has been working on a mixed media project, a vivid self-portrait that blends realism with abstraction. It's a visual representation of their journey, with colors bleeding into each other, symbolizing identity in flux. During class, the teacher stops to admire Riley's work. "You're really talented," she says, her tone genuine. For a moment, Riley forgets the weight of the world. Compliments like this are rare gems, tiny sparks that keep the fire alive. That evening, Riley video calls their best friend, Taylor, who moved out of state last year. Taylor is also trans, and their friendship has been a source of strength. They talk for hours, sharing memes, venting about school, and dreaming of a future where they can be themselves without fear. Thursday mornings mean a school assembly. The principal announces a new dress code policy that seems aimed at curbing self-expression. Riley clenches their fists under the table. It feels personal. After the assembly, Riley and their friends discuss organizing a small, peaceful protest. They know it's risky, standing up often means being targeted, but they also know change doesn't come from silence. Later, during history class, the teacher talks about civil rights movements. Riley listens intently, drawing parallels to their own struggles. The lesson sparks an idea for an essay competition on equality, and Riley decides to enter. Writing is another outlet, a way to channel frustration into something constructive. The week ends with the LGBTQ+ club meeting, a highlight of Riley's schedule. The club is a sanctuary, a place where they can breathe freely. Today, they discuss organizing a pride event at school, despite the pushback they're likely to face. Riley volunteers to design posters, eager to contribute. On the way home, Riley stops by a cafe with Layla. Over iced coffee, they talk about everything: school drama, books, and the future. Layla's unwavering support feels like a warm hug, a reminder that not everyone sees Riley as different. That night, Riley sits on their bed, flipping through a scrapbook filled with pictures, ticket stubs, and notes from friends. It's a collection of moments that remind them why they keep going. Life is tough, but it's also full of beauty, even in small doses. The weekend brings a chance to recharge. Riley spends the morning at a local bookstore, a haven where they can escape into fictional worlds. They pick up a novel about a queer protagonist and smile, feeling seen. In the afternoon, Riley joins a virtual workshop on activism for LGBTQ+ youth. They listen intently to speakers who've turned their pain into progress, feeling inspired to do the same. One speaker's words linger. "You're not just surviving, you're building a foundation for the future." That evening, Riley talks to their parents about college. They dream of attending a university in a state with stronger protections for trans people, a place where they can thrive without constant fear. Their parents listen, nodding, their support a beacon of hope. Sunday mornings are for quiet reflection. Riley journals, pouring out thoughts and emotions onto the page. This week has been tough, like most weeks, but it's also been full of small victories, a kind word, a meaningful conversation, a moment of joy. In the afternoon, Riley and their parents visit the beach. The salty breeze and sound of waves are soothing, a reminder that the world is vast and full of possibilities. Sitting on the sand, Riley feels a spark of optimism. The journey is far from over, but they're not alone. They have their friends, their family, and a growing sense of self-worth. As the sun sets, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink, Riley makes a promise to themselves to keep fighting, to keep dreaming, and to keep being unapologetically them. Because being Riley, a transgender teenager in Florida, isn't just about surviving. It's about living, loving, and creating a world where everyone can do the same. In a world that often feels unkind, Riley's journey reminds us of the incredible resilience it takes to live authentically. Being a transgender teenager, especially in a place like Florida, is not just about navigating obstacles. It's about rewriting a narrative that has long excluded voices like theirs. Riley's story is one of courage, not the kind that conquers nations, but the quieter, everyday bravery that chooses to show up, to fight for joy, and to hope for a better tomorrow. For every moment of struggle, there are glimmers of triumph, the smile of a supportive friend, the solace of a quiet beach, the power of art to tell a story that words sometimes can't. These victories, though small, are the building blocks of change, not just for Riley, but for all of us. They remind us that progress is made not only in grand gestures, but also in the steady, unyielding determination to keep moving forward. To those who see themselves in Riley, know this: your existence is an act of defiance against a world that doesn't always understand. You are not a problem to be solved, but a light that refuses to be extinguished. Your voice matters, your story matters, and your future matters. And to everyone else, remember that allyship isn't just a label, it's a call to action. Stand beside those like Riley, amplify their voices, and challenge the systems that seek to silence them. Together, we can create a world where every teenager, regardless of their gender identity, can thrive without fear. Riley's week is a microcosm of a much larger fight, one that belongs to all of us. Let their story inspire you to act, to listen, and to believe in the power of humanity to grow, change, and love.
We know that being transgender can be a difficult journey, and we want to do our part to make it a little bit easier. If you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing to our channel. It would mean the world to us. You can also support our work by joining our membership. This will help us continue to create content that is helpful and supportive for the community. Thank you again for watching, and we hope to see you next time.